I have a bit of an issue. So all of the audio and all of the footage that I've recorded for this episode is gone. I went through as I was editing. I could hear noises in the background, but I couldn't hear myself, and well, I mean, that's not going to work. So I'm going to have to record everything all over again. Obviously, we're not going to have the update videos and all the little tidbits, showing the progress, because it's all gone, but we can at least show what the end of the episode was going to be. This is going to delay the update of this, not the update, but the date this video is uploaded. That's the word. So I guess we're going to get a little more done in the episode, otherwise it's not going to be that much. I managed to get my farms done. I got all the potatoes on this side and I got all the wheat on this side. It took me at least 2 days to do. It just blows me away at how long it took to do this. I worked and worked and worked, just picking away all the fresh wheat, planting it again, picking away at the fresh wheat that would grow, plant it again. It took forever. But once I got that done, it took about a full day just to do this side. Then it took about an hour, or maybe even 2 hours just to get the potatoes done. But they are finally done. I finally have some good food going, which, funny enough, I don't even eat these because I have a little cow farm. I wouldn't even say it's a farm, it's just a hole with a bunch of cows in it, but it works. I've been breeding them to get their leather so I can make books. And the leather doesn't really seem to be the issue, oddly enough. It seems to be the sugarcane, which I used to have sugarcane go all the way over there. Some things I did forget to mention. I did finish my house. It's not the best looking house, but it has a roof and it has a bed, and I am happy. I can actually get stuff done. I can actually sleep in peace, and it has been the most helpful thing. I think this is the best thing I've built so far. It's really the most helpful thing I've built. But other than the house, down in the cellar, if we head down here real quick, we've got a bunch of smelters. Now, I'm no redstone expert, okay? So, I guess I figured, well, I mean, they work. I can show you actually real quick too. If I go and grab some potatoes, let me just take some of these. Alright, so now that I have my potatoes, I could just grab the fish to show you guys this, but if I put my potatoes in here, which is really meant for just putting fish in to cook whenever I go fishing, but if I run down here, it loads them into the smelter and they start to cook. You can already see we got some coming out. And they do come out at a pretty decent rate. Now the flaw with this, like I said before, I'm no redstone expert. I thought, for some reason, and I think this has got to be the silliest mistake I have ever made in this game, would be it would distribute to all of these, but there's no hopper connecting the top chests. So I don't really know what I was thinking. So as you can see, there's nothing going into the others. So, yeah. Over here is our mine shaft. Now, the way I set this up, now it might not be the most efficient way of doing things, but I think it'll be fun. So obviously, well, not obviously to me, you guys don't even know what's going on. Down here is going to be my entrance. I'm going to decorate it, make it look all nice and spiffy. And that's how I'm going to get down there. I'll probably have a mine cart going down the side and some stairs on this side or something. That's how I'll get into the mines. But up here, it's going to be another tunnel going down over top of this one. It's going to have 2 rails of minecarts that can come up. On one side, it will deliver all the ore and stone that I want to go down into the other 3 smelters so they can, well, smelt. And then on the other side, it will deliver all the coal to power them. Call me crazy, but I think I could pull it off. Now, again, I'm no redstone genius. I could probably take 2 hours just to make a simple little 1x2, 2x1 piston door. So this is going to be quite the challenge for me. I mean, just the other day we spent, I'm not going to say how many hours, but we made a skeleton grinder, and let's just say I may or may not have lost my mind in the process. This board out front, I'm hoping for every episode we're going to put a to-do list, and I'm hoping I can get at least something for every sign, but it's going to give me something to focus on, something to work towards, because I'll get very sidetracked very easily, and I think we're going to start using this in the next episode if I don't have the same issues I did in this one. Otherwise it'll be kind of pointless. But I think it'll keep me on track, it'll get everything going a lot better, a lot faster, and I think I already know what my first one's going to be. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I think that's a good start for the next episode. All I've got is this. And, I mean, this sword's okay, but yeah, yeah, okay. I think that's about it, to be honest, for this episode. Oh, something weird did happen to me that I can talk about real quick while we feed our cows. Now, I wasn't recording. I started to record, but I recorded too late, and I think I actually already deleted the video. While I was working on my farms, 2 strangers joined into my world, and I don't know how. Again, this is Bedrock, it's on the PS4, but the world is private, and it should be invite only. So how do 2 complete strangers who I don't even know join into my world? And they joined multiple times. They would join, then leave, then join, then leave, join, and leave. So if anyone knows like how they did that, I'd love to know, because it's just a little odd in my opinion. I think I want to wait until the Nether update comes to go to the Nether. I don't know if it's possible to reset the Nether anymore on the PS4. I know it was before the Bedrock update, but I haven't checked since the Bedrock update. And if we can't, I want to play it safe and wait until we get the Nether update. That way we can get all the new stuff, all the good stuff, without having to travel really far. I mean, I would love to get me some quartz and stuff going, but I really want to get that new stuff at the same time. So I think it's better for us to just wait it out. Now, some things I want to work on for our world, at least for the first maybe 10 episodes or so, would be we got this lovely field down here with a little like cove in the river. Very cozy area, and I think it would be nice to build a little town up in here. Now, what style of town we want to go for? We could go maybe the classic medieval style. I mean, everyone does medieval, so I almost don't want to do medieval, but I don't want to do modern day with, paved roads and maybe some brick foundations for the houses. I don't really want to do that. Honestly, that actually sounds like a lot of work for just starting out, but it'd be a challenge. We could try it. Maybe we could try something Western, I think could be fun. Or we stay in that house for a little longer and gather up some concrete. And then we get started on the mega base. Well, I actually have 2 ideas for the mega bases. I had 2 ideas for a base, and I've been going over some ideas for a futuristic city, but the more I think about it, the more I'm leaning towards my second idea, which is to go for more of a mysterious manor that you'd find in the back of the woods. If that explains it, I'll explain it the best I can. I would put a drawing up here, but I'm not really sure how, seeing how I'm editing this with SHAREfactory. But imagine this being our front yard. This entire field with a little path leading up to it, some large like swamp trees, really spooky, and ominous. You lead up to it and it's kind of looming over you. What direction is the sun going to set? Okay, it would have been nicer if the sun set behind it. That would have been really cool, but I think it'll be okay. So I'm thinking the manor could sit right up in here, in this area, kind of over this pit. And when we enter, I'm expecting a huge kind of lobby area with a grand staircase going up the sides and meeting at the top. That, or we could have one staircase in the middle going up. We'll see once we get it built. But the layout is going to have a large centerpiece and then two wings that stick out with maybe little tidbits on the sides that stick out a little more, and we'll have a couple towers on them. And then maybe even a large circular window in the front tower overlooking the view. And for the color scheme, I would want dark grays, maybe dark greens, and red could work. Like red carpets, and then for certain rooms, maybe we could use kelp blocks. If we use kelp blocks, you know what? I'm actually going to cut to a creative test world, and I will show you some of my ideas in there. Made out what I kind of want my entrance to look like. Obviously, this is not how the finished exterior will look, but when you walk in, I kind of want like a little foyer. I don't remember what it's called, but the little lobby room, and obviously you can tell that's not center. That is. That doesn't matter right now. You can kind of tell I was inspired a little bit by Scarface, but I'd like to be able to come up here, this be my main room up in here. I didn't make it yet, I might make it later. And then for downstairs, if you want to get to different areas, you have to go down these wings, and they will extend to different areas. And outside you can kind of get an idea of the shape. Now it is going to have another floor up here, so this section will be a little bit taller. But down here, these will stay one floor until they get out to, I'd say, where that sheep is. Where this sheep is, then we'll have another 2-floor area. And same thing for the other side. So it will be a fairly large house with lots of rooms. I kind of want some secret hidden like bookcase entrances and staircases that drop open out of nowhere, and all kinds of little goodies just tucked away in every little corner. And it'll be more detailed. There is something missing from this room, and I can't figure out just what it is. The walls are too bland. It could be this wall kind of circling the center. Maybe have some flowing water in there and make it feel a little more ambient. But this is the kind of style I want to go for. And for the office, I'm going to change up the wall. Instead of having the light gray terracotta, is that what that is? Yeah. We'd swap it out for, I think this would look nice, to be honest, as some sort of wallpaper going up. Yeah, I think we got a plan. I think this is what we're going to do. Alright, so I started laying out the basic shape of the entrance of our building. I haven't done the wings yet, but I did upscale it just a little bit from the previous little kind of setup to get an idea that I did in creative. I do want it to be a lot bigger of a build, and I think it'll be fun. So instead of 2 wide corridors, these are going to be 3 wide for the carpets, and then obviously we'll have room on the sides for stands and just leeway room. Will be nice. Maybe have some pillars and stuff kind of holding it up. And here, it's wider overall. Well, I don't think it's wider, but it's definitely going to be longer. The stairs in my creative world, I think, started right around here. But I'm going to let them start over here instead. So this room will feel bigger and more impressive, I guess could be a word to use. Don't ask me. But I think this is going to have to be the end of the video, sadly. I don't really have time to continue working on this. I've actually got a trip to go on here in I think tomorrow I actually gotta leave, so I don't have much time to get to work on it. But hopefully the next video will be out within maybe a week, and hopefully we will have just enough material to get a good start going. Otherwise, I will see you next time.